Good morning. It's almost 6 a.m. here. The sun is about to rise in half an hour. And there are so many birds flying around here in this beach. It's a wonderful scene. Oh, if you could see them there, they fly so fast. This is 3 times zoom. I think that this is optical zoom. This is, I think, the closest I can get to the actual size of the video. Alright. It's a wonderful scene here. It's very cold.
From central Macedonia, the town of Agora, and gradually he came towards the east and he captured the different places. The first one on his way to this part was the city of Amphipolis, and after he captured Amphipolis and after he established the royal mint over there, he came to this place and he changed the name to Philippi, which means that the original name of this place was another one. First of all, on the way over there, we are going to notice that all this area is bordered by 3 mountains. In the ancient times, over there was a swamp, which was drained in the 8th century BC, and the first settlement was established on the ancient Acropolis. I have to tell you that the local people lived over there, most probably of Thracian origin, and afterwards, around the 4th century BC, newcomers came from the island of Thasos, the island which stands opposite biblical Neapolis. So for a few years they lived peacefully, the Thasians and the Thracians, the local inhabitants, but afterwards there started conflicts in the place, so that the Thasian people asked for the help of Philip II. So this is how Philip II came to the place. He captured the city and he gave his own name to the place, so it was called Philippi. A milestone in its history was the year 42 BC. It is the year that a Roman civil war took place outside the west walls of the city of Philippi. So we don't have to forget that in that period of time, Greece was captured by the Romans, and Greece became a Roman province. So it is said that in the year 42, the Roman legions of Cassius and Brutus came to this place in the city of Philippi, which took place in the year 31 BC. This time, this war started because of a romance, let's say, because Mark Antony was already married to Octavian's sister. Her name is Octavia. I don't know if you remember that in the ancient city of Corinth, there was a kind of a temple which was dedicated to Octavia, Octavian's sister, and the wife of Mark Antony. But Mark Antony wanted to follow his heart after Cleopatra, the 7th queen of Egypt. So this is how Octavian afterwards convinced the Senate to start the war against Mark Antony and Cleopatra also. So this final war of the Roman Republic took place on the Ionian Sea, and this is the western part of Greece, in the naval battle which is called Actium. During this battle, it is said that Octavian actually defeated Mark Antony, and this is how he consolidated his power in Rome, in the Roman world, and he was called the first Princeps or the first Augustus of Rome. And with him, we have a great period of time regarding the Roman history, because he was the man who inaugurated the so-called Pax Romana. Pax literally means peace. So it has to do with the Roman peace, which was established by Octagon in the whole Roman world, and it was a period of 200 years approximately of relatively peace in the Roman world. So as you can understand, the population of the Roman world was expanded, even the area of the Roman world was extended, and afterwards, because of this relatively peace in the Roman world.
About 3 minutes time we shall
You wish me happy Mother's Day already?
We are in Philippi. This is the church dedicated to Lydia, the first convert of Paul. Here, he baptized them. This is not far from Kavala, the Neapolis, about I think 12 kilometers. So it's Sunday. We're about to have our service here, led by Pastor Paul Ferguson, our leader here. So there's a river somewhere here. It's very, very cold. Very cold. Oh, there. Oh. So now, oh wow. So this is the river that they were talking about. Whew. It's so cold. I hope it doesn't rain. Look, they're predicting rain. Can you hear the sound of the river? Oh, what a cool place. Awesome. Whew. This is great. Okay, to take let me just quick. Well,
It's a diversion.
I have to go back because we're about to start our service. Okay, later.
I ask you to pray for the bread or the cup.
Pray for the brother.
So all places are depicted. We can see the map of Greece, which is displayed on the ground. He started his journey from Troas. All the names are written in Greek. So Troas, the symbol of the city, the fortified city, was the force of Troy. Then from here he sailed into the sea and reached Neapolis, so that we can take the pictures of the Greek names. Neapolis, from there he came to Philippi. From Philippi, following via Ignatia, this is to represent via Ignatia. You can see over there, the small peninsula, Philippi with Thessaloniki. And under Thessaloniki to Beria. And from there he traveled into the sea in order to reach Athena, docked by the Parthenon.
This one.
And then, yes, this one, Athena is over there. And then you can see Peloponnese. The first city to meet is Corinthos. And from there he departed for Ephesus. Okay? So you can see the whole journey here on the mosaic floor of the church.
Just to remember, by the way, sorry to go.
Yes?
Remember we said that Corinth was strategically placed. Because if you're coming from Rome, you want to get to Asia from Rome trade, you have a choice. You either go all the way around the peninsula on ship, or you come to this little place at Corinth, and the ship is carried the 7 miles across by slaves, and then you get into the Aegean Sea. It's a shortcut. So this is joint, remember? This is the joint. So now you understand why Corinth became so wealthy, because it was a place that was widely going around this whole peninsula here, like the shape of a hand, which is very treacherous waters. So the ships coming from east to west would flow all the way up there, then the slaves would carry the ships across on those logs, push it across till you get to the Aegean Sea, and then it would go all the way to Ephesus.
Where is Sancria?
Sancria is there, it's the other side of Corinth. So they would come in there, and then they would walk to the Port of Corinth. Sancria is here, and then you come into the port here, this side of Corinth, and leave it Sancria.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of like.
Paul, can you repeat again his journey from where to where?
It's nothing to do with Paul. It's why Corinth became so rich. Because all the ships coming from Rome, from Europe, remember there's no airplanes or trains or lorries. So they're bringing things by ship from Rome, capital of the empire, and they come down this sea. So they have a choice here to go all the way up. Just think about that journey. That's an incredible journey. Mostly by foot.
Karaniit naman nila to. Ibig sabihin, wala naman sa Bible kung saan malaki ng kaya yung mga kailangan nito. Lubog na.
Later, can?
He's so nice to me.
Later, can, darling? Can? Huh? It's up there.
He's so friendly. We're in Philippi. I think this is the archaeological area. Ah, there used to be a teatro. Let's keep going. We're not that far from where we were in the church of Saint Lydia. Remember, Greece is 90%, 97% Orthodox Christians. Ah, here goes the dog again. He's so friendly. He came to me wagging his tail and rubbed his body again on me, my leg. Oh, museum shop. Ah, place for kids. Too bad it's raining. A restaurant. Are we here for coffee or what? The smell of coffee. So this is the reason why we have come here. This is the archaeological site. The Greek word for archaeology is archaia, ancient things. While we were in Corinth, Archaia, Corinthos. Now this is in Philippi. I think Philippos is a person. Look at that. That's the ancient theatro. If you come here in Greece and you know about biblical Greek, Koine Greek, or which we commonly call Koine Greek, it will really enhance your knowledge of Greece. Thank you.
Switch on your device also, please.
Ah, yeah.
Check your headsets.
All right.
Make sure that's working. It's not working to avoid.
World Heritage Site.
Really good, really good.
Wait. I gotta pause this for a moment. I gotta take on my headset. Okay, we resume recording. It's a World Heritage Site. Wow, this another awesome place. If you go here, always bring lip balm because your lips will keep on drying up.
You see the dog?
Teatro means watching place.
On a slope of a hill, producing a natural watching place. While the first part of the term, like thea, is related to the Greek word theos, which means God. So this testifies that in the ancient times, ancient theaters were venues where pilgrims came in order to learn the stories of the Greek heroes and their gods. And I remind you that the god who was venerated in the area of ancient Greek theaters was god Dionysus. And this area was the birthplace of the god. Let's proceed inside.
Interesting. The word theatro came from Thea, which is God. Thea or Theos. So this is where people gather to learn more about the stories of their ancient gods. Orchestra. Chorus, small group of people, chorus, dancers, orchestra, place for dancing. Orchestra means place for dancing for Dionysus. 6th century BC. Hippocrates. Yes.
Does it come from the word hypocrite?
Greek actor. Hippocrates are actors.
Opposite ideas. So that was the first debate that ever took place in an ancient Greek theater. You can see the part of the stage behind us. It was a kind of a backstage supported by a painted scenery. And that was the area where the actors were able to change their clothes. And we can see the part of the audience. That was the seats for the spectators. So this theater had a capacity of 5,000 spectators.
5,000 spectators. Wow. Really? 5,000 can fit here?
You can hear as if you're standing there.
Hurry up, take your time. Yeah, marbles can be very slippery. Wow. 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 So they change clothes over here backstage. So right behind me is the audience. Ah, so some are here. So this is where they change clothes. I guess they take that exit. Paul's prison? Paul's prison? Near here? Ah, this is gonna be slippery.
Let's go.
Bonehead. Artemis.
So you don't have to forget that this city of Philippi was a Greek city in the beginning. It was inhabited by Gentiles where people worshipped the ancient gods. It was a religious center that also had public buildings and people. What do you typically call this office also? What do you typically call it? Acropolis of Philippi. Acropolis is the rocky hill.
So we're in the Acropolis of Philippi. Look at those stone walls. So this is the place where Paul was in prison? Oh wow. Oh, there are more archaeological sites over there. Oh man. It's the Acropolis. So this is the Roman Agora, where Paul was judged. Remember, he was imprisoned. So there's a cathedral in the main city that was dedicated to Paul. So you remember his story, he was jailed here. Oh, Arcayano, Polay, Ton, Filipinos, Filippo, Philippi. Look at these ruins. Just look at those, the Acropolis, man.
Then we can see that in front of the Basilica, the main part of the church is this area. There was a big rectangular place that was the atrium once again. You remember yesterday we saw a fountain in that area. And then this is the main part of the church, cruciform shape. This is the eastern part. So here we can see the arcs. Inside this area there goes the altar of the sanctuary. Down there there goes to the arcs.
So there used to be the altar here. So that's the ark.
Semicircle.
Yeah, semicircle. The basilica used to stand here. Mm. Mm-hmm. Bema. Pulpit. Pulpit. Two. Philippi is awesome. So again, if you're wondering where are the rest of the stones, when basilicas are destroyed, usually people reuse these marbles for their homes for whatever reason. So that's why you don't see a lot of the remains. These are the leftovers, and that's why it's ruins. Even writings, they use, if possible, parchments. Wow. So this is the Roman Agora, so where people crowd. Picture steps. Well, it's a good thing that it's just little shower. So this is the Roman Agora, where people gather or like marketplace.
Oh, prison the prison of St. Paul here.
All right, he was saying that Romans didn't have big prisons, so they just can't keep a prisoner, so they either have to be killed or exiled, or they some opt to commit suicide.
And because even as I told you in the bus, this place is regarded to be the prison of Paul, but we don't have any archaeological evidence to prove this. What we have as
So,
an evidence is that
Used to be,
afterwards this place became a Christian church.
this
The
became a
interior
Christian
walls
church,
were
so
depicted
that's the
with
evidence that
seal,
this used to be
with a depiction
the
of angels and Jesus Christ, which means
Prison
that
of
if it was
Paul.
used
Paul
as
was
a
in
church,
prison.
it had a Christian meaning for the place.
so the people revered this place in honor of Paul. Oh,
Yes, all of you can walk down if you want.
wow. Wow. Oh, we can look inside. Okay, before no photography. Wala naman nagbabantay ng photography. Yeah. I'll wait for my turn while they're taking their turns. That's the Acropolis of Lydia. Wow, interesting. So tradition says this was the prison where Paul was kept. Interesting. Oops, sorry. No, it's your turn.
Before you take a photo, let me just take a look.
Oh, fascinating.
Prison for Paul.
Their turn, their turn.
This is a prison for Paul.
Wow, interesting. So it's the tradition that says that this was Paul's prison. Oh, wow. And have big prisons, so they just can't keep a prisoner, so they either have to be killed or exiled, or they some opt to commit suicide.
And because even as I told you in the bus, this place is regarded to be the prison of Paul, but we don't have any archaeological evidence to prove this. What we have as
So,
an evidence is that
Used to be,
afterwards this place became a Christian church.
this
The
became a
interior
Christian
walls
church,
were
so
depicted
that's the
with
evidence that
seal,
this used to be
with a depiction
the
of angels and Jesus Christ, which means
prison
that
of
if
Paul.
it was used
Paul
as
was
a
in
church,
prison.
it had a Christian meaning for the place.
So the people revered this place in honor of Paul. Oh,
Yes, all of you can walk down if you want.
wow. Wow. Oh, we can look inside. Okay, before no photography. Wala naman nagbabantay ng photography. Yeah. I'll wait for my turn while they're taking their turns. That's the Acropolis of Philippi. Wow, interesting. So tradition says this was the prison where Paul was kept. Interesting. Oops, sorry. No, it's your turn.
Before you take a photo, let me just take a look.
Oh, fascinating.
Prison for Paul.
Their turn.
This is a prison for Paul.
Wow, interesting. So it's the tradition that says that this was Paul's prison. Oh, wow. So our pastor is about to talk about the imprisonment of Paul. Gotta listen.
Everybody gathered around? Yes. Let's go to Acts 16 then. Just at this very strategic important place. Camera button. Acts 16. Verse 19. Finished. All right. Everybody found it? Yeah. This is talking of the incident when the lady, the damsel who was possessed by the python's spirit, demonic spirit. It says, when and teach customs which are not lawful. But don't ever expect the devil to get rid of the gospel. Paul is a Roman citizen, the person who will punish him. You could
All right, we went down to the Agora. So this used to be where people really gathered. Marketplace. The busiest part of the place. So imagine people lived here. This was the center of everything. But they're all ruins. And of course, people cannot inhabit this right now because it is a protected site. So, wow, Paul knew this place. He knew this place. He walked around this place.
After release,
There, the Basilica. The Basilica is being restored. Of course, Christians revered this place because Paul was here. That's how they kept tradition. So that's why we have reliable witnesses that that prison was where Paul was kept. I'm sort of rehearsing what the tourist guide has been telling us, but of course, she tells it in more details. I skip a lot of the things that she says. Oh, imagine this used to be an arch, an entrance place. So that is being restored. There you go. Okay, of course this is new. I think that they're trying to do some restoration here. It's raining a bit, but it's just fine. This is just fine. It's very cold here. A big octagon. 8 feet. Yeah, octagon. No, this rain is getting stronger.
Yeah.
The Octagon at Philippi. We have to take some shade there. Okay, it's really raining. See those 8 pillars, Octagon. Oh,
Original because you remember yung new one? It's pretty similar, no? 4 AD. Yeah. Parang ganyan.
galing.
It's pretty similar to the one we had just last year.
So this is part of the Octagon. Let's walk around. So this is one side. This is one side. That's another side. That's another side. Then there's pillars here. P-A-E. Yeah. That's the name of Pablos. So she's pointing the name of Pablos inscription. Fourth century AD. Okay, the bishop put an inscription, probably 4th century AD.
This is the oldest church. Okay.
Oldest
4th
church.
century, this one.
4th
The
century.
other one
Pablo daw yan,
later,
Pablo.
6th century AD, and the other one which is currently restored dates back to the 6th century AD. And once you take your picture, please walk around the church.
Okay. I hope the rain stops. But it's still nice. So this used to be this used to be the church. Now it's all in ruins. Underground.
So it was the central heating system for the rooms bordering the church. And behind the heating system, actually we are not allowed now, but there was the baptistry. This is the oldest baptistry.
Baptistry.
Which is found in the city of Philippi, and it was in the form of a cross. It was very low,
Baptistry,
down on the
very
floor,
low.
and it had the symbol of the cross. So the baptistry of the church was
The baptistry of the church was in the shape of a cross, hip level. That's how 2 years ago they were allowed to go inside. Now, not anymore. Oh, because people would step on the baptistry. That's an interesting tradition. Right, I need some shade because it's really raining. It's getting stronger.
Yeah. You want umbrella? I have one.
Vespasian. Whoa, look at this. You have to be careful when you walk through the marbles because they can get very slippery. Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. Ichthus, the symbol of fish. Ichthus is actually fish, but they use the initials for Jesus Christ. So remember, the disciples of Jesus Christ were, look at the fishermen. Pizza, I, T,
theta or God, epsilon,
theta, epsilon,
and sigma.
sigma. Oh,
Joined by who?
imagine
So
that.
was
like a
In a way,
that
was the
it's a cut.
symbol among the Christians.
Secret
but then
symbol.
different places.
Wow.
Because it was the symbol. Fish in Greek is eat fish. That's why.
The pizza. Okay, ichthus means actually fish, but they made it as an acrostic. Iota, Chi, Theta, Upsilon, Sigma. So they mixed all those letters with that symbol. Now the green is getting stronger, but I think we're almost done with our tour because we're going back. That's an interesting symbol that they used to have. But at least we made a lot of progress here. Alright. We have to go back to the bus. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us here. Yes, rare experience.
Everything is coming alive here.
Yeah.
Everything is red. And we were just trying to imagine and understand it came alive here.
Yeah, it's different from reading it, from seeing it. You get a better appreciation when you see things. Right? One of the things that I didn't really expect is the prison of Paul. I didn't know that there was an Acropolis here in Philippi, that everything happened here. So just like what we had in Corinth, in Athens. So every major city usually has an Acropolis, but here is just amazing to see the place. There's this archaeological site in this place. All right, over out. Everything. Yes, of course.
beaches in northern Greece in general. So here we are. The restaurant is located by the beach, but another time we take a swim. It is rainy today. So please, you should leave your headsets into the bus. No.
So that's Kavala. It's the Kavala beach. Yeah, beautiful beach. It's different from ours in the Philippines, but this is also beautiful. So we're having lunch Sunday afternoon here. Baba Europe. We enter Asia. We're now in Turkey.
Orange candies. Please not. Orange candies.
Good job.
Big dog, this one lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely.
They're just born scared. Wow, wow! Wow, wow.
Nice dogs.
Two places you can try in Kuşadası, because Kuşadası we say we heard about, right? Epapres Fineman we'll be talking about. So Colossae is the cold city where the faithful Christians are, and Pamukkale, Cotton Castle is the hot city where the faithful Christians. You can see a lot of harvesting the wheat, actually mostly barleys. You can see in Turkey. Topography, climate, and the plantation changing. In this area, you can see plenty of olive trees, but when we go to Pamukkale area, you don't see any olive trees there. But you can see more pomegranate trees. Plenty of pomegranates growing in this land. We make pomegranate juice. We make what? Pomegranate molasses. Sour sweet you can put on your salad as a salad dressing. Okay? So, day by day, I'll tell you more about what we have. Turkish tea to apple tea, pomegranate tea, and Turkish coffee. Turkish coffee you have to ask in advance. Okay, I want without sugar, I want semi-sweet, I want with sugar. 3 categories. And I was there 2 weeks ago with a group from Philippines. 2 weeks ago with a group from Singapore, and before that with a group from Philippines. Okay, so you can go with the hot air ballooning with the speed of jogging and walking, not running. Another place for the hot air ballooning is, of course, Pamukkale. So you will see Mercedes trucks made in Cappadocia, Ford, Fiat, and then what else? Renault, what else? Toyota, Honda, Hyundai produce here. No, BMW, Mercedes cars, and all other Audi and high-end cars not produced in Turkey, but the rest all here. Some Volvo not, Volvo in China, and the Turkey labor is cheap and quality is good. That's why many of the branded items produced in this land. Most of the products are export. One of them is leathers. We are famous with leather jackets. Why? In Turkey we don't have sheep farm. We have all natural grazing in the fields. So they are like semi-wild. Do you know how we are grazing the sheep? A shepherd takes the sheep of the village by putting henna on their back. Dog. It's huge. When you see the picture, you will understand what I mean. And this dog, Kangal, is an endemic animal of the eastern Turkey. Can break the neck of the wolf easily. But wolf is very strong animal, you know. Can carry 20 or 30 kilos of sheep and run, you know. Their neck is very strong. But this dog is stronger than the wolf.
Is this the bridge?
Yes, here we go. We are on the bridge. We are leaving now Europe, ladies and gentlemen. We are leaving Europe. Böyle şeyler de bana önceden söyle. Bile uyuma. Sana bir 5 dakika. Okay, we are now on the Dardanelles. This is the largest suspension bridge of the world. Second largest is the one in Japan. Okay. Just opened a year ago. To your right is the Gallipoli Peninsula, where there was a big battle. Ağır gidelim. It is called 1915 because of the battle, Çanakkale battle. And now when we touch down to other side, it's gonna be the Asia Minor. You see, it's easy to change continents in this country.
Second largest bridge.
Yes, actually, we are now at the Dardanelles. This is the Hellespont, Passage of Helle, Straits of Çanakkale. To your left is Marmara Sea, and to your right end of the sea here, the passage is the Aegean Sea. Okay, we are in between. This is the only ice-free water to go to Russia. That's why there was a big battle here. This one is 4,608 meter, 4.6 kilometers. Okay, height of the legs are 334 meter, and the widest point actually between the legs is 2 kilometers. They started on 3rd of March 2017 and finished February of 2022. And opened on 18th of March 2022. Yeah. And one way we pay 200 lira, which is $10. The largest suspension bridge of the world. Second largest is the one in Japan. The bridge on the Dardanelles. Dardanelles, Hellespontus, Passage of Helle, is all with the mythology, and the Dardanus, the king of Troy, this region, Troas. Tomorrow I will emphasize on the Trojan War and some legends, stories you will hear. And from where? From the Homer's Iliad. Where is he from? From Smyrna, Izmir. Okay, I was telling you about the dog, Kangal dog. Now I'll show you the picture. But I think first time to cross because it's recently opened. Largest suspension bridge of the world, which connects Europe to Asia. We are now on the Asia Minor, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the Asia Minor. So it's easy to change continents. Once more, we will change continent when we reach Istanbul. We will take another suspension bridge, but not sometimes very naive questions, suvaku questions coming, like asking the shoe size of the Romans in the 2nd century. Alama nasıl ama? What to say? You know, it's difficult to tell. So, but sometimes very funny question come when we go to Troy. The horse, is this the one that they use in the Troy war? And then I try to commit suicide. It's Alexandroupolis. because Balachanso is killing me. Sanlavchi.
Kasi gusto makita ng mga bata. Nasa college.
Hello. We are here in Çanakkale. Sorry. It's so cold. It's getting colder. So what time is it right now?
It's
almost
8:25
p.m. So the sun is about to set.
Yeah.
We're going to 5M
We went
supermarket
we came
here.
to see Burger King.
Our hotel is just right there. And too bad. We're just staying here for one night and we'll be leaving early morning. And the beach is wonderful there.
Hotel again.
The beach is great there. So thank you, Lord.